stroke. A stroke occurs when the blood flow to the brain stops or decreases, which means that oxygen and nutrients do not reach the brain, so brain cells gradually die. There are 3 types of stroke. 5. Ischemic stroke, the most common type of stroke, and it occurs as a result of blockage or narrowing of the arteries supplying the brain due to the formation of a blood clot. The clot may form in the arteries of the brain or in other blood vessels, and then it reaches narrowed brain arteries through the bloodstream. The reason for the formation of a blood clot may be the deposition of fat around the inner wall of the artery. Hemorrhagic stroke. It results from bleeding or bursting in a blood vessel in the brain, which leads to blood leakage between brain cells, or between the brain and the skull. The causes of this type of stroke are high blood pressure, trauma, or weakness in the walls of blood vessels. Temporary ischemic stroke, a type of temporary stroke that occurs as a result of interruption of blood supply to the brain for a short period. This type does not pose a threat to human life, but it is an indication of a partial blockage in the arteries. Symptoms of a stroke. Symptoms of a stroke: numbness or numbness on one side of the face, arm, or leg, and sometimes it may be on both sides. Feeling of confusion and difficulty speaking and understanding other people's speech. Blurred vision in one eye or both eyes. Difficulty walking and balancing. Dizziness and lightheadedness. Severe headache without a known cause. Diagnosis of a stroke. To save the person with a stroke, he must be given clot-dissolving drugs within 3 hours of the occurrence of a stroke, so it is necessary to diagnose the stroke quickly, and the diagnosis is made by 7. 8. Examining symptoms and signs. The patient is asked to bare his teeth, the smile test, to detect weakness on one side of the face. The patient is asked to close his eyes and raise his arms up. A stroke sufferer will not be able to raise both arms to the same level. The patient is asked to repeat a simple sentence to ensure that he is able to understand the speech. Computed tomography, CT, magnetic resonance imaging. Coagulation tests. Electrocardiogram. Ultrasound examination of the carotid artery. Transthoracic echocardiography using ultrasound.